Hey guys, what's up? Happy Tuesday, Team Call Tuesday. I love this day. Let me just check really quick that I'm live and you can hear sound and all that good stuff. So give me 1 second. Day, Team Call Tuesday. Oh gosh, my voice. Okay, so I want to keep things short and sweet because it's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night and we are officially 4 days till the end of the month. 4 days till the end of March, 4 days to lock in your goal. One of my dear friends did a video for me today and he broke it down to hours. There's something like 100 and some odd hours left in this month. And I really want to give you guys some to the point tactical tips about how you can go about hitting Success Club. For those of you who don't know, each and every month in your business, one really hardcore business goal that I was told from the beginning is a non-negotiable and certainly helped me move my business forward is hitting what's called Success Club. It doesn't mean you have to hit Success Club to remain a coach. It doesn't mean you're not successful if you're not hitting it. It's a really good benchmark if you are watching this call right now and you're saying, I really need this to be successful. I really want this to be successful. You signed up and said, you know, coaching could be the vehicle to take me somewhere else, could be the opportunity to move my life forward. Success Club is where we start. So all of my brand new coaches, as soon as they come in, I have them concentrate on this one small goal, and that is helping 3 to 5 people. The minimum is 3, only 3 people in 30 days, in this case, 31 days, commit to either a challenge pack, which is the all-around total fitness solution, commit to coaching, which is the all-around total business solution, or commit to Shakeology, which is really the all-around total nutrition solution. So we can rest assured right off the bat that what we're offering people in this push to this business success works, right? I am a product of someone hitting Success Club, right? Of my coach hitting Success Club. With my purchase, I not only changed my life, it not only had a ripple effect in my marriage, in my family, in my financial standing, in my body, in my health, but I also helped someone achieve a goal. And that goal was achieved by offering something to someone that added value. Because a lot of times in business, I feel it's like go, 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 push, push, push. But the thing that you're pushing is what makes it icky, right? The thing that's behind the goal isn't always the best thing. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me. Someone said, if you guys are watching this call on YouTube Live, can you just type like, I can hear you, I can't hear you. Someone asked if it was muted. Okay, well, I guess I'll keep going. Katie, thank you. Yay. Okay. So a lot of times in business, you know, we can hear that term icky salesperson. That's not because of the sale, right? Everything in life is sales. It's because of the product or the way they go about it. Personally, for me, I am so thankful that the person who talked to me was a salesperson because it changed my entire life, right? So I want to talk tonight about how maybe you're watching this call and there's 4 days till the end of the month and you're like, you've entered one of these 3 modes. And I heard this from a different coach and I loved it. You know, towards the end of the month, we tend to, when we figure out like what the goal is and what Success Club means and that it's important for our business, we enter one of these 3 modes. And the first mode is excuse mode. All of a sudden it's like, well, I just signed up, or well, I had a tough month, or well, you know, my kid was going crazy today and my husband had to do this and I'm really tired. I'm just going to go to bed. You know, I'll work really hard and hit it next month, right? And then what happens is we perpetuate this excuse mode, which I lived in for 27 freaking years of my life. This excuse mode of I'm making it better that I'm not pushing forward, right? I'm giving myself an out. I'm saying, well, you know, I don't really have that much of a following. People aren't responding. You know, people this month really aren't responding to my messages. We blame the company. We blame everything that we can. Excuse mode. That's what I kind of, one of 3 places that you could be entering right now. The second is desperation mode, right? Oh my God, please sign up with me. Oh my God, you have to do this right now. Oh my God, no one's signing up. Gah! People can feel that energy in messages, right? And that doesn't equal success ever. It equals more frustration, which then perpetuates excuse mode once again, or you enter what's called beast mode. Beast mode is for those people in their business where it's not a business goal, it's a non-negotiable to make this a priority in your life to change your life, right? And now that we know, we've taken the pressure off of us, that we know what we're offering is good and real. We know what we're offering, has value. We know it's added to you. Now it's time for you to take control, take those stipulations off of yourself of being salesy, of being rude, of being in someone's face, of being pushy, all of those heavy words that society puts on us to make us feel like we can't be successful at something. I'm giving you permission right now to take those words off and enter beast mode. And that's only who I'm going to be talking to for the rest of this call, because I'm going to be giving actual tactical tips, what to say in posts, what to say in messages, what to post about for these next 4 days to lock it in for someone who just started coaching, for someone who's been coaching. And I don't want excuse mode. I don't want desperation mode. I want freaking beast mode. 4 days is a lifetime in this opportunity world. Anything can happen in these 4 days. So I want you to buckle up and listen to these 4 tips. And I'm only going to go for 20 minutes so that you guys, after this call, I talked about this a little bit in a push group that we're having right now, but have a conversation with those people around you. Maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your roommates, maybe it's your children, your mom, your friend, your boyfriend, whatever, and say, listen, this is something that I really want to make happen. I really want to give it a good shot. I really want to move forward. I'm going to need some slack for the next couple days, because for the next couple days, I'm going to be really going hard for my goal. But this is possibly what it could do for our family. And this is possibly what it could do for me being able to pay rent, all those types of things. So if I could get your help, like just maybe picking up a little bit of slack for a half hour so I can, send some messages and talk to my coach a little bit, that would be awesome. And usually when someone who loves you or is close to you sees a fire in you, they're like, oh my gosh, of course I will help you with that. Of course I'll be there. Like, let's do it. That conversation definitely needs to happen at the end of a month or the beginning of the month or the beginning of a year, or whenever you truly commit to your goals. I had to sit down with Andrew and have a serious conversation about, look, here's what's possible. Here's what my coach did. Here's the success that they had. She's teaching me so I could essentially have that same success, but I'm going to need you right now. I'm going to need us to make a little bit of sacrifices here and there, 20 minutes here, half hour here, date night here, night out with friends here, so that I can actually make a real run at this. So for the next 4 days, make sure those around you are aware, hey, I'm going to need a minute. And have a conversation with yourself. Hey, self, okay, for the next 4 days, I'd rather be tired than miss the goal, right? And guess what happens if you do miss the goal and you go into beast mode? You're that much further in the beginning of the next month, right? But we're not going to talk about that. We still got 100 some hours to make it work, designers. Okay, number 1. This is before you even post, before you even message, before we get into tactical tips. You've got to pump yourself up, okay? There are so many of you who are hiding behind a keyboard warriors, right? So scared to death of what the other person on the other end is going to think, what the other person viewing the post is going to think. Guess what? The ones that scare you, the ones that make you think, the ones that make you get that roller coaster feeling in your stomach, those are the ones that count. Those are the ones that end up being the most lucrative conversations, the most lucrative posts. If it scares you, then it must be real and it must be propelling you forward, okay? Change your physiology, put some music on, jump around, chant to yourself. It's easy for me to find people who want to say yes. It's easy for me who want to buy into their health and fitness journey. It is easy for me, right? So before you post anything, before I give you these post ideas for last minute, you have to have a date in mind of your next challenge group or your next coaching opportunity training, right? If you're on my team and you're a newer coach, you have the opportunity to be in my groups, which are ongoing groups, right? You don't even have to think about, where do I put people? What do I say? How do you run a challenge group? What is a challenge group? all that pressure is taken off, right? All the pressure of what to say, all the pressure of supporting them afterwards, that's all taken off. In any kind of business, that is literally mind-blowing. I think we're sometimes so jaded with this business, with how much opportunity we have, that sometimes we take it for granted, right? And we almost push it away so much because there's too much given. And it's like, well, you know, sometimes when we're asked only for a little, then we let things slip, right? But any kind of business that you start, you would never have all that pressure taken off. So you don't have to worry about where to put them. However, the reason I bring this up is you need to create time under tension and a sense of urgency. So how do you create that if you have an ongoing challenge group, or if you don't have a challenge group coming up, or if you already planned it and it's in 2 weeks? Here's what you do. You create what's called either an early bird special, right? A friends special, a last minute special. And I'm not talking about a post that you're doing. This is in private messages. So look at your calendar. Realistically, if it was me and I knew I had 4 days, I would have in my mind the 1st, right? You've got to be signed up by the 31st and you to take advantage of this special to get into the group. And what do I mean by special? Creating time under tension, right? Say you receive, this just happened to me the other day. I was going through our baby registry and kind of picking out some of the things that we didn't get and going through some of the stuff that we're going to need. And they give you this cool little 10% discount. And I had everything in the cart, and then I X'd out of the page and just kind of forgot about it. They sent me a Facebook message, this registry company, that said, we see that you left some things lingering. If you purchase in the next 20 minutes, we'll give you an extra 5% off. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that, because it creates a sense of urgency. If you leave things open-ended, oh, it starts whenever you're ready. Yes, sometimes that's necessary if someone's super trepidatious about it. However, it doesn't create those tingly feelings, right? When I got that offer, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to press enter right now, right? Creating that time under tension. So, for example, in your messages, you might say something like, hey girl, I know we talked about this. You've been on my mind. I have a special coming up for the group that I'm running. And if you sign up by the 31st, I am giving out, $20 Lululemon gift cards, or maybe it's a water bottle that you have in your house. Maybe it's a family and friends gift card. I don't know. Come up with a little something special, a thank you card, a Fixate cookbook, a little flash kind of urgency, creating time under tension thing that you can say, if you do by this date, here it is. Another reason that this works, even if you don't want to attach anything to it, but you reach out to someone you've been talking to and you say, hey, I'm really concentrated on the 1st and getting people started. I know we talked a long time ago, and I know you kind of said it wasn't the right point in life and it wasn't for you right then, but I can't help but think about you, and summer's right around the corner, and this group is going to be filled with people who are ready to take action. So I would need to know by the 31st if you're in or not. Let me know one way or another. Again, you are letting them know in a very polite, professional way that you have a deadline, right? This is a business. It's professional. You have deadlines. This isn't you just messaging willy-nilly trying to sell something. You are running a group. You're committing your time. It is 100% professional for you to ask for a certain date. And then what that does is let them know without letting them know. You yourself have urgency, and you are asking for the follow-up later on. So you could say something like, I'll give you a couple hours to think about it. I know it's, after dinner time, maybe you're putting your kids to bed. Would it be okay if I followed up with you at 10 o'clock tonight? Or would it be okay if I followed up with you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? Asking for that short time under tension follow-up. So you're kind of, putting the if you want to take advantage of this, it would be by this time, right? Number 2, Posting indirectly. So many times I talk to newer coaches and they say, people aren't responding, or people are saying no, or it's just not a good month for me, that excuse mode, right? Desperation mode. And then I go to their timeline and I'm not seeing them within the products, or them within what they're selling, or them within what they're talking to people about. What do I mean by that? Basically not being transparent or not sharing enough of your journey. The reason and the way that coaching works is that you're sharing what you're doing through what you're offering, right? So instead of, I got my workout done, instead of, this shake is great once or twice, or a lot of coaches will post once or twice and they'll say, oh, nobody's interested, or nobody's interested this month. I've talked to everybody I know about it, which just, it's never the case. But I saw a great post today from one of my new coaches all about how what her workout looks like with an 18-month-old. Her kid, right, was like hanging all over her. She was getting her workout done. That is showcasing yourself through what you have to offer. What does that do for people? Number one, it creates trust. It creates accountability for you through them. People on social media, if you guys don't know this, malls and everything will soon be non-existent. E-commerce is taking over the world. A couple days ago, Instagram launched their e-commerce platform, so you don't even have to leave Instagram now eventually to purchase something. If you're not monetizing on the internet, then your business will die soon in the next 10 years, which is so crazy. Awesome for us because that's what we do for a living already. But if you're not showcasing and creating that trust and consistency, how is anyone going to say, okay, I trust my journey with you too, right? So right now, tonight, here's a couple ideas of what you can post. I heard an amazing idea tonight from a different coach, one of my good friends, and he was saying, grab a before and after picture from your coach, from me, from anybody else who might inspire you in the company, and say, oh my gosh, I totally stalked this girl for X amount of days. I totally put off signing up, but look at what she's been able to do with her body in just 21 days. Or look at her results from this program, Shift Shop, or look at her results during her pregnancy. This is what I'm doing with her. I'm super new at it, but I would love to have a couple people join me, right? Taking the pressure off of you. You don't need a before and after. There's tons of years of stock things of you to utilize. You don't have to post something of yourself, really kind of reaching to the left and the right and taking the pressure off of yourself, doing that indirect post and then peppering them with, what does Shakeology mean to you right now? Why are you so happy you made the decision? What do you regret about not making the decision soon enough? Those types of things, creating that urgency again and again over the next couple of days. Number 3, you gotta write it out. So many times I tell my new coaches, make a list of all the people in your life right now who you think would benefit from a healthy change, from the business opportunity, from anything like that. And then they have like kind of a list in their head, but they don't write it out. Or say you've been inviting people for a little while, you don't have a list of your follow-ups. Literally get a notebook, a pencil or a pen, and write everybody out. And then go back through those people tonight with those urgency things, right? Hey, I know we talked, such and such weeks ago. I just wanted to touch base again because I have this special offer before the 1st. I feel kind of funny telling you, but I know that this will really, really impact your life. So I'd love to get you started. Number 4, urgency for yourself. Here's the crazy thing about this business. It has such potential to change your entire life, but there's something about all of a sudden when we have to have a goal for ourselves and not for work or not for an employer, we don't push ourselves as hard. So you kind of have to trick yourself into making urgency for yourself, making it a game, making things fun, making things addictive. I remember in the beginning of my business, I became addicted to the rush of adrenaline of success in this business, to the rush of adrenaline of signing people up, the rush of adrenaline of people saying yes, of hitting a goal, of seeing my name on the goal board, those types of things. You have to create that for yourself. So I was talking to a coach today, and I said, why don't you make it a game for yourself? Every single week by Friday, you have to hit Success Club again and again and again. And it's totally doable, but you have to be taking those actions. Change your physiology. If you're feeling, stuck on a message or stuck on a post, get up, run around your house, go for a drive in your car and change where you are, change your body. Put some music on, dance around the house, play with your puppy for a minute, and then come back to it. Number 5, voice notes. These are a game changer. If you guys are talking to people and they're kind of like, slow to respond, maybe like they've read your message and they're not answering you back. Personal touches are everything. If you can pick up the voice note and showcase your excitement, showcase what you really feel about it, it can be very endearing to people, and you can even be very blunt and very honest. Hey, guess what? This makes me so nervous, but I'm super excited about this business. I'm very new. I don't know everything there is to know, but you're one of my ideal people that I have on my list, and I would love to have you in this challenge group with me so we could do it together, right? If you received that message, you wouldn't be offended. It wouldn't be rude. It wouldn't be in your face. You would just say, oh, that was hard for her to do, and she's thinking of me. It's flattering, right? So, number 1, have a date. Create urgency for them. Time under tension. Create urgency for yourself. You need a deadline. You don't have to worry about where to put them, right? You have the challenge group that we have for you. You have the coaching group that we have for you. You don't need to come up with anything. You don't need to be the best, say the best, have the best. Number 2, post your indirect invite tonight. Write it out. Write all the people in your head out. Write all the follow-ups out. Write next to them some notes about what they said last time you talked to them, what your relationship is to them. Number 4, creating urgency for yourself. Number 5, use your voice. Either get on the phone, send them a voice note. And then finally, it's so interesting to me that we literally have the world at our feet in this business, but we stop ourselves. Everybody stops ourselves. I even stop myself every single day and second guess everything I'm doing. You're the only thing holding yourself back from hitting this goal. If you're on this call, I know you can hit this goal. Or if you already hit Success Club, I know you can hit 10 more. If you break Success Club down, Success Club 6 is only 3 people. Success Club 10 is only 5 people. In 31 days, if you're consistently doing this every single day and you want it to be successful, you can totally do that. And number 2, I see a lot of people getting really super distracted by looking to the left and the right of them, which will not move you forward. So this morning, I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to take my husband somewhere. And I was driving back, and as I was driving back, it was closer to 6, and like more people were on the road going to work. And I was really tired, so I wasn't concentrating, totally the way I should have been. And I kept looking at this car to the left of me because it looked kind of shady and it was like swerving a little bit. And I kept focusing on this car in the lane next to me. And I almost got in an accident because I wasn't looking at my lane. I was looking at their lane, right? I was swerving. I was driving like a drunk person because I was so fixated on what this other car was doing. I was never going to get to my destination. And this is what I see happening so often with coaches. They look at other people's success or other people's posts or other people's, oh, this person signed up at the same time as me and they're here. That means I suck. You'll never get anywhere in life if you're constantly looking at the other lanes. Every driver's ed class will tell you focus on your own lane and move forward. If you're constantly looking to the left and the right, you're going to swerve, you're going to get in an accident, you're never going to get there. You have to focus on you. Head down in your paper. Focus on what the benefits are for someone else. And then focus on, if I do this, maybe, just maybe, this could be the first small step in what I'm going to accomplish in this business long term. Because if you can get away from those negative thoughts in your head, and if you can concentrate on your own lane, I can tell you that there is no ceiling here. There is no ceiling. In 5 to 10 years, people won't be going to gyms anymore. People won't be going to the mall anymore. Amazon, Instagram, social media, that's where all of e-commerce is. They just entered all of these things into the pads at like Target, and there's one other store where you literally can purchase things just with your cell phone. Like, it's insane what's happening right now. Notice those trends. Notice that you're already in the right spot for that, right? You've already said yes to this opportunity. You're already moving forward. But right now we're in the 3rd month of the year, and you've got to get serious about these small goals if you have large goals, right? You've got to get serious. So 827 said I would only go 20, went 30, but right now I want you guys to get off this phone and make some urgency for yourself. Talk to those around you. Say, I have 4 days to make this goal happen, and dang it, I'm going to make it happen. Betty, put that down. Sorry. I'm going to make it happen no matter what. If you guys have questions, if you guys have comments, if you guys need anything, let me know on the feed. Let me know in the team page. Let me know in the push group, and I'll talk to you guys later.